So you were pretty much the underdog.
Oh, there we go. That's high key.
Okay.
That's it. I'm the underdog for sure. You got it. Underdog energy.
I got it. Okay. All right. So you were the underdog.
Yeah.
At what age did like the possibility of the Olympics or Paralympics come into your mind?
21.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 21. Like I said, I was going to school in Ohio.
What school did you go to?
It's a school called Hiram College.
Okay.
It was one of the former presidents of the university was President Garfield of the United States. So it's like a very small liberal arts school. I was studying physics. All my uncles on my mom's side were like literal rocket scientists, chiropractors, orthopedic surgeons, like just real brainiacs, math and science type dudes. So I kind of, just like wanted to do that, but didn't really want to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Either way, so I'm a junior. I'm swimming. I work really hard that season. Get to championships. My parents flying from out of town. Swimming goes down. Utter embarrassment. Like, so embarrassing. Don't even make a finals. It's only like 9 teams in the conference, and it's 8 lanes in a swimming pool. So our team was the smallest team, and we were the worst team. So we were so bad that, like, they had our team step up and swim a relay all by ourselves. And then the other 8 teams came and, like, competed against each other. Like, for, so it's like, it was exactly. It was real, like, like, that is pretty sad. Like, it was sad. It had me crying. I was evidently shook.
Yeah.
And just, like, being so shook about it had me take a second and reflect, like, oh, my God, I really care about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get a D in physics. I'm definitely not crying myself to sleep tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's like, thank God. Like, we pulled that one off. Like, this close to a C. Like, so, yeah, I was just like, well, you know what? If I care this much about it, I should just try and make this a career. Like, what do I got to lose? You know what I'm saying? I'm young. If it doesn't work, great, I'll do something else. But, like, at least I was just hypersensitive to a regret factor. Like, I'm not going to say what if, So, boom, I leave college as a junior, come back home to SoCal. This was right before 2016 Rio Games. And then I just started training and, like, really start, like, building up myself, building up my brand. Building connections in the city, and when I moved home, it wasn't really for another like year and a half, 2 years before I really had that breakthrough, before I joined the Paralympic movement, before I became a national champion. But like those 2 years was really just, I guess in some ways, I don't know, when you're building a brand or like, you're growing your career, it can feel like you're in the foundation stage for a long time. Like absolutely. Even when you've come out of it, it's like, we're what, maybe that was 2016. So we're almost 8 years later and things are great, like been on the cover of LA Times, not just the sports section, like the proper cover of LA Times. That's a pretty elite group, like that's a little, that's a shout. That's a nod to self right there. Shout out to Brant, my former agent. But, yeah, it came a long way. But in those 2 years between like dropping out and making it pro, like just developed a lot of skills, just like, again, hustling. I moved back home. Kids got to eat, got to put gas in the car, got to figure out what's hot, like what can I sell, and just being ridiculously embarrassing. And I'm like, wow, I care so much about this. Maybe I should just make this my career, right? So come home and between 2016, I'll say like, well, I was a dropout back then, but I'm going back to college soon. I've decided now. But like in 2018, going pro, there was just like, that was where just like my hustle was built. Say that one more time.
You dropped out of what, school or out of
college in 2016? I dropped out of school. Okay. Yeah, I dropped out of school in 2016 to go be a pro swimmer. 2018, I made it, the beginning stages, but it was those 2 years in between that have really helped me develop my hustle, because I think people don't know this, people don't realize this, but being a professional swimmer really kind of means being an Olympian, right? So like to be an Olympian, to be a Paralympian, it's really high up on like the honor and respect scale. Like people like, oh, wow, that's impressive. But it's at the like bottom of the financial totem pole for professional athletes.
Okay.
You know, so it's like way up here in terms of honor, respect, to meet the president, all that, but way at the bottom in terms of, you know, you've got gold medalists living in trailer parks, you know, and it's not because they mismanaged their millions, you know, like you know, like they went to pawn that gold medal and realized it was only gold plated, right? So that's like